Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Wednesdays. Market was crazy today. Had a big pump at the end of the day. Bitcoin too. Wow, look at that Bitcoin pump. Let's look at the market bubble today. Market bubble was pretty wild with some health stocks that went sector that went really deep down. MDT down 6%. Lilly up 10% on good guidance and outlook today. Pfizer up another day, another gain. United Health Group looks like it was gonna die yesterday, and bam, bam, wham, kablam, new all-time highs. I think there's a lot of TikToks been pushing this too as well. Etsy coming back alive. Costco all-time highs today. Bam, wham, kablam. A lot of stocks setting new all-time highs today, man. Wow. Look at AMD, man. 7% move. Today was an interesting day. You picked up the right coin. You picked up the right stock. You were up. What's up? What's up? Biden banned Bitcoin? Did he really? What's up, Massapale? Yo. Is BRO the coffee company? We got some earnings today as well. We got Lennar and Trip Group at ABM and Toro this morning. We'll check those out in a little bit. You guys have an article to that? I didn't catch that news. What's up, I Bleed Blue? Thanks for subbing. Appreciate ya. Welcome to the channel. Heavies, you finally opened a Tasty Work account? Yes, thank you. Good job, good job. Oh, I'm not sure who typed the federal policy thing. I think that's Tommy or somebody's on the Xtrade account. I'm not sure who it is. The Federal Reserve maintained its target Fed fund rate range between 0 and 0.25, but said it will be accelerating its monthly asset tapering. In light of inflation development and the further improvement in the labor market, the committee decided to reduce the monthly pace of its net asset purchase by 20 billion in treasury securities and 10 billion for the agency-backed mortgage securities. The Fed says vaccination progress will continue to reduce the impact of COVID-19 pandemics, but economic risk remains for now. Powell will be like, "Merry Christmas, Bose." For real, yo, for real. Thank you, thank you. QE coming to an end? Yes, it looks like it. What's up, RP Nickel? So the statement comes after the US added 210,000 jobs in November, significantly short of the 573,000 jobs economists were expecting. Wage growth was up 4.8% in the month, and the unemployment rate fell to 4.2%. Keep in mind, though, unemployment rate is actually a scam because they actually take people off the actual unemployment rate. So unemployment rate really only accounts for new people getting unemployment. It doesn't account for people that have been unemployment. Yeah, IWM's been waiting for a run. I mean, if the whole market is bullish, then IWM would ideally be bullish too, right? You would think small caps are doing great. It looks like it, man. Looks like they're kicking the can down a little bit more. That's true. The dot plot will make a difference. What's up, Ian? What's going on? So let me finish reading this. Economic projections. The Fed has said is taking a new average inflation targeting approach that may involve keeping interest rate near 0% for a while, even though inflation levels have exceeded its 2% inflation target throughout the year. The consumer price index was up 6.8% in November, the highest inflation reading since 1982. On Wednesday, the Federal Reserve released new dot plot economic forecast. The Fed is now projecting 3 interest rate hikes in 2023. 5 members now see interest rate topping 2.75% in 2024. That's very fast. I'm not even sure if that's going to be possible. Oh, whoops. Federal Reserve members are projecting 2022 unemployment rate of 3.5%, down from 3.8% in September. The committee's 2022 GDP growth projection increased from 3.8 to 4%. The Fed's 2023 GDP growth rate dropped from 2.5 to 2.2. Now they're projecting 2022's inflation of 2.6%, up from previous estimate of 2.2. I remember when they were saying we want inflation to be at 2%, inflation is transitory last year, and I was here saying BS, man, BS, inflation is like 10%. And now they're finally admitting that inflation is higher than 2%. But we know the real deal. Inflation is like 50% right now. It's like these old guys don't know how to read sometimes, yo. Need to smack them around. Nah, you know inflation is 50% when it comes to food and stuff. If you haven't seen 50% inflation on your food yet, you will. You will, man. It's only a matter of time. All the restaurants are gonna catch up. I mean, I as long as you're like shopping at McDonald's, you probably won't see that 50% inflation. But I'm pretty confident they already increased some inflation in the nuggets still, because I noticed this year specifically the McDonald's nuggets, and I mean I don't eat it a lot. I eat it probably like 10 times a year or 5 times a year, but I know for sure they increased those McDonald's nuggets. Like I mean they decreased the size. Like it used to be bigger, and it used to be more. Now they're like smaller, man. They apply that. What's the other inflation trick that I showed you guys last time with the cereal box? Do you guys remember that? Can't remember that word right now. Shrinkflation. Yes. Shrinkflation. Shrinkation. So look at all these shrinkflation, man. They just apply more and more shrinkflation. Look, shrinkflation. 60 gram, 55 gram. Shrinkflation. Bam bam. Back in the day, you used to get one of these chocolate bars. It used to be fat. It used to be fatty. Now it's like 3/4 of its size. Before, after. Shrinkflation. Hair salon increased by 50%. They did. They did. Totally, I noticed that in packs of bacon too. Oh my god, bacon also? How dare them? $1.99 pound chicken breast at Costco is now $2.99. Oh, what a scam. What a scam, bro. Yeah, I know for a fact they're not gonna be able to do it. I know for a fact they're not gonna be able to get that 2.75%. No way, bro. No way. Like our economy is gonna take forever to recover. No way we're gonna see recovery in 2 years. Like for them to go above 2% in 2 years, I don't see that happening. Like I just don't see it, man. I mean, I may not be as old as them, or as wise as they think they are, but I just don't see it. We'll find out in 2 years. Hey, what's up? Hey guys, might ask what trading brokers do you use trade butterflies? I figure out Robinhood does not support butterfly options. Robinhood does kind of support butterfly options, but they're a little bit complicated. I mentioned it before how I'm not really a big fan of butterflies. Um, and because they're so complicated that you're opening too many legs and you need to close all those legs. But if you really want to trade them, you can trade them on Tastyworks. That's where I used to trade Robinhood. I mean, not Robinhood. That's where I used to trade butterflies, and a lot of advanced strategies. And the thing I like about Tastyworks, if you open more than 10 legs, they they don't charge you commission after that. They have a pretty set limited commission structure. If you need the link, here you go. That's a Tastywork referral link. Yeah. So Tommy found the video of why butterflies are risky. You know it's real when even ethnic food is in the game, is in on the game. Used to get fried shrimp with 21 piece, then 18, and now 15. Ooh, it's over, man. Forget about it. Inflation is like catching us by the balls, man. Can't get away. Did you guys make a lot of money from that big that big gap up today to 470s where the market just went ugh. It just yeeted so hard, man. That was kind of surprising, honestly. But was I really surprised? Eh, I was a little surprised that we had such a strong move, but I've seen so many FOMC meetings that I knew eventually we are gonna have move one direction or another. That's just the way of the FOMC meetings. They're always like that. They're always extremely, extremely volatile. So I mean, if you look at this 5-day setup though, you could clearly see a double bottom here. I don't know if you guys can see it. This douche. Oh, Yameli came back. It's gotta come back because Amazon came back, right? Ooh, you got that $1,200 move. Sexy, man. Holy smokes. My man. Very nice. That's a good area to sell too, man. I hope you took some profit here. But I think that was your entry too, right? Your entry was right there. Yeah, Robinhood's entry for BitMass is very, very wide. But that's also another big issue with butterflies too, because you're asking to buy 3 legs. So naturally the BitMass is gonna be pretty tricky depending on the stock that you're trading, depending on the contract that you're trading. Like I have some stuff on like Tesla, and it's always very, very tricky to get fill. So for today, we caught some pretty interesting move on TSM, but I think the same move happened on AMD as well. So it was like either way, you're bound to make money whichever one you play. Um, so very nice double bottom move there. TSM coming back to that age old $116 level. I had to take a shot. I had to take a shot today, man. Um, I don't think we have an MOC balance today. The MOC imbalance today was probably flat that we didn't see it today. So I think it's probably break even somewhere. But I don't know if you guys are on the challenge thread, but we played the TSM. So the reason I played it was because looking at the intraday chart, at the half-day chart over here, where we held that very nice support at the 115, 116 level, right? So that purple point of control bar here, that's a good uh, demand zone. So we came there, we saw some demand. It started to move a little bit today, and then at the end of the day, we had that nice big move, right? So the reason we had the nice big move was because obviously the whole market went up. But the other thing is, the reason I came into this play was just strictly because of the fact that I mean, look at it. We had hit that area so many times that 116 area is such a strong area of like support and resistance. I couldn't resist. I sat there, I looked at it, I was like, I know I'm taking this play, you know, but I just wasn't sure if I should alert it to a earnings challenge thread. Um, because I only want to give like the best plays to the thread. So I was like, man, this is a good 50-50 chance it's gonna bounce here, just because there's good support. It could easily bounce to 120 and just held that area for a little bit if it does bounce. But if market is extremely bullish, it could just burst right through that 120 areas too. So I was like, man, I'm not sure if I should alert this or not because I feel like it's a 50-50. Then I looked at it some more. I was like, nah, this is like an 80-20. This is like an 80-20, man. Because just look at all these time that it's the area has been tested, right? So like, this is an 80-20. This is an 80% chance that it's gonna bounce, and 20% chance it just dies. So you know what? Let's alert it. Let's get it in. So hopefully everybody had a chance to get into the entry. Tomorrow, if we're at 120, that's a good area to exit because we didn't aim that far. So if it goes like above 121, 122, we're in trouble, which could possibly happen too if the market does remain bullish. Let's check out some of the earnings from today. You have bad luck with TSM. Why? I got a feeling you're not playing spreads, man. I got a feeling you're not really playing spreads. Yeah, and like you're not doing calendars and stuff. Because TSM love to burn premium. All right, let's check out some of the earnings from this morning. So this morning we had ABM. They reported earnings. How did they do? They flopped $45 to 40s. Damn, should have played that. Oh well, missed that one. Earnings per share is 85 cents as opposed to 80 cents. Sales is 1.7 billion as opposed to 1.64. 23% increase compared to the same period last year. Company reported quarterly sales of 1.7 billion as opposed to estimate of 1.6. This is a 14% increase compared to the same period last year. So really good data. Trading close to last year's price. Last year was trading around this $40 range, $36 to $40 range. Very close to last year's price. Next year's guidance is a little bit unsure. They said they're looking between 3.3 to 3.55 as opposed to 3.47. That's probably where the weakness is from. But yeah. It could be essentially by the dip. So ABM announces elevated strategy for value creation and growth rate at its 2021 Investor Day. Aims to unlock long-term value through strategic focus on clients and team member experience. They're forming a new industry group, M&D, Manufacturing and Distribution Group, to replace their Technology and Manufacturing Group. Very interesting. Let me see if they talked anything about stock buybacks. Quarterly dividend as well. No share buybacks. Let me catch up on chat. ARNTER. You can check that out. ABM by the dip. Yes. Looks like we're going for that all-time high on SPY. Possibly. What's up, Cookie Monster? I do on 30% of my trades. I feel you. That's the way. Roblox also slide pretty hard today, so that could be interesting. Almost gap fill too. I was looking for that gap fill today, man. Imagine if Roblox gap filled, that would have been such a good long. And I don't even trade gap fill a lot, but that one time I was looking for it, we didn't get it. IRNT Q3 sales 6.91 million, down from 7 million year over year. Reported this is a 1.2924% decrease compared to last year. Not doing so well. Not doing so well. HEI, it's a defense contractor. Earnings per share is 62 cents as opposed to 58 cents. Sales is 509 mil as opposed to 505. This is a 37% increase compared to the same period last year and 19% increase in sales compared to last year's. So no movement after hours. Looks like it did pretty good. Pretty good data. How was it trading a year ago? A year ago, company is trading somewhere between 134 to like 128. So it's up a little bit from that. I would say it's definitely up more than 20% from that. Times 1.2. Should easily put it around 150s. Damn, waiting for this. Waiting for Len to come out with their earnings. I want to see what happens. So we saw a lot of sweep on the call side and a lot of sweep on the put side as well. So this is something we're playing in the earnings challenge thread. If you guys aren't familiar with that, check that out in earnings challenge. It's there as well. Let's see, what else do we play today? I felt like the market was pretty easy today, man. Play a little bit of Dave and Buster puts from yesterday. That played out pretty well. Came back down to this range. Exited the first position. Looks like we might struggle back up to the range again at $37 here. So maybe we'll get another short from there. Hard to say. But that was something we played on the bearish side, and that played out pretty good. Marriott International also. This was one of my favorite hotels that I used to go to when I travel, and I shorted them. I shorted them because I like them. So I had this triangle pattern. It was rejecting a lot of the uptrend here. And then we finally got that breakdown over here. So hit one of the second price targets today as well. But it's starting to curl, starting to look bullish again. So market is bullish. That's probably when you want to get out all these short positions and go long. What stocks are you guys looking at today? Yo, Fiat World, did you get out of that home builder stock? Ooh, we might see some good shorts in Pepsi. Etsy was surprising, honestly. I actually entered that trade I think yesterday, right? Or the day before. And I was actually down on that trade. Because we took the 235 on that Etsy trade. We need that $235 closed by Friday. So if Etsy closed at 235 by Friday, we're making mad money. If it didn't, we were gonna take a fat L. Buzzer. I don't know. Are you talking about the post that I posted in the in the channel. You were down on the 232. Yeah, so look at it, right? If it comes back to 235, if it like stays 235 today and tomorrow, I mean tomorrow and Friday, oh, gonna get paid so good, bro. But yo, if you got the 230 and you have the calendar, oh, you took only naked calls. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. When especially when the market is choppy, you don't want to take any naked position. It's very, very bad, especially this week. So, like we talked about, I always talk about market outlook. So this Monday I talked about the market outlooks, right? And I was expecting this week to be a choppy market. So choppy market is just, just up and down the same range. And one of the things that hurts us the most in options is the data burn. One thing that always is burning against us is time, man. So anytime you're taking a naked position, time is gonna kill you in the options play. So that's why we always play those advanced options in this challenge account. So this way, hopefully, you know how to build your own. So pretty much, if you thought that Etsy was gonna hit 230s, you would play the 230 calendar, but you have to know where it's gonna hit by Friday. So if we think it's gonna reverse from here, you want to anticipate for a possible move by Friday. So for me, I thought the possible move was 235. So it's actually coming back alive to almost reward me on that play. So getting a little lucky there. Very blessed. Mandela. Lens selling down in pre-market. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna check out some of the chart for you guys. We'll check out Roblox. We'll check out PLTR and NEE. I got you guys. Oh, but Nasty Nate, be careful with utilities. Utilities does good when the market is bearish or choppy, but does bad when the market is hold on, let me look at this. When the market is bullish. So Lennar earnings per share $3.91. Miss estimate of 415. Sales is 8.4 billion as opposed to 8.2 billion. This is a 38.65% increase compared to earnings of the same period last year. And this is a 23% increase in sales compared to last year. So they had great data, great sales beat, increase compared to last year, but they missed earnings by a little bit. Yes. So yeah, it's definitely a risk on risk off trade. Yeah, sounding like Bloomberg, man. You watching too much Bloomberg, Nasty Nate. So this is kind of good. Hopefully, it can stay in this $110 range, or even come back down to 107 tomorrow. That would be beautiful. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it, man. Would love to see it stay in this range or come down a little bit, because we do have the $107 put for this company. So $107 puts. They got choked today. Premium choked them a lot today, so we didn't see that much of a move. But if it stays within our range tomorrow, if it stays within this tight range, the position was at 27 cents entry. Some of you might have gotten out at 0.50 today, but if you haven't, tomorrow should have another shot to get out between 0.5 to 0.8. So hopefully it stays in this range so I can get out at 0.8 tomorrow. Maybe even 1.2 on Friday. That would be a nice banger. So we'll see, man. We're not sure yet. Let's not celebrate too early because pre-market is different. Let's check out that earnings report though. But it's nice. It's nice to get it right once in a while though. It's nice to get it right. So Lennar reports fourth quarter and fiscal 2021 results. Net earning per diluted share increased 39%, increased 55% excluding mark-to-market losses on strategic technology investments. Ooh, looks like they took some L's. Net earnings increased 35%. If they didn't take these L's, they would have increased more, but apparently they took some L's somewhere. Revenue increased 24%. Deliveries increased 11%. New orders are still coming in, increased 2%. New order dollar value increased 16%. So they're only getting 2% new orders, but they're marking up so much that the dollar value is increasing 16%. Backlog continued to increase to 26% to 23,771 homes. Backlog dollar value increased a lot, 45%. Home building operations of earnings of 1.8 billion compared to operating earnings of 1.1 billion. Years of supply owned home sites decreased to 3.3 years. Control home site increased to 59%. Home building cash and equivalent 2.7 billion. They repurchased about 10 million shares of the stock for 977 mil. (2021) fiscal year was a 82% increase. Lennar Corporation, for those of you that are new, is one of the nation's largest home builders. They just had a great quarter. So this is share repurchase. They bought about 977 mil at 97.74. For the year ended, the company purchased about 14 million shares at $97.45 average. What if they're gonna do any more? I have to go see if they still have buying power left. I felt like they should have buying power left. What is this at? 1.37 billion. Let's see where the company was at a year ago. A year ago, company was trading around $83. 2 years ago, they were trading around 71 before that drop. So yeah, I think they're still pretty on the value. Could easily get to 130s. So I like this company. We're gonna look for that buy the dip opportunity. Typically every earnings, even though we shorted it this time, we remain bearish on it this time. I am gonna look for buying opportunities after the drop. So it's pretty common for them to drop, after earnings. They drop here after earnings, came back down a lot. So I'm gonna look for opportunities. I might start a position around 107 and then might start another position around 103 area. So probably go longer term. Wait for the drop to slow down and then start the position. If If it ever does come back to this $98 area where they bought a lot of shares at, this is probably where I want to get the entry. That's the ideal discount to entry for this company, the $98 range, because they have a lot of sales and backlog going on there, so they should be good. All right, so let's check out some of the stocks that you guys are asking us to look at. Somebody said Roblox before, right? I think Lynn. So Roblox had a huge drop today. I think it was just because um, the news wasn't as well received. So Roblox said Wednesday its daily active user rose 35% year over year to 49 million, with hours engaged 32%. Game developer says the revenue is estimated to be between 184 to 187, an increase of 84 to 87% from a year earlier. Estimated average booking for daily active user was between 4.2 to 4.27. But the stock fell. So I guess the people were expecting them to go further. That people were probably having way better expectations for Roblox than what it came out with. Oh, Roku products. Roku products has some issues. Dun dun dun. So it had a gap over here when they first announced the metaverse thing on Facebook. So I think and Roblox had that earnings. So that was the ER gapped up here. So it'd be interesting if we had that gap fill and came back down. Another area of support I like is so MOB line is over here around 89. Another support area I like is this trend line. If it came back to test this trend line, that's definitely buy the dip opportunity. I wouldn't even wait for that bottom area. I would just wait for the top of the trend line. Never touch a Roku ever again. Oh man, I feel you. What a beast, right? Roku mess people up. So Roblox. What was the other stock somebody told us to look at? PLTR. Let's take a look at this as well. Ooh, PLTR pretty discounted right now. Let's look at the half-day chart. I think PLTR is ready for a little bit bounce. Could see some $19 move. It's at 1888 right now. Could see a 50-cent move. It's been slowly going going downhill. Here we did see some money flow coming in the half-day chart, so we could see a little bit movement here. It's been finding some support, possibly slanted version of a double bottom. Shh. Maybe we'll see that $20 move. Best case scenario. So I post that in a discussion channel in Xtrades. check that chart out if you didn't. If you want to check it out, if you want to check the price targets and stuff. NEE, Next Era Energy. It's been going very strong. Utility sectors have finally having the move. Huge double bottom here. All-time high was in 70s. Right now it's in 90s. Been on this nice uptrend here. So it's probably a good area to take profit. Wait for the next opportunity to come back down a little bit. To this $83 range. Because it's utilities, man. Anytime it rips up a lot, I'm not too crazy about it. It's always good to take profit. So watch out for that trend line in case it gets rejected off it. It's a risk on, risk off trade. Catching up on comments. What's up, Amizo? How you doing? What's up, Lord Miyagi? How you doing? Qualcomm looking good. Let's check out Qualcomm. Yo, Qualcomm is a monster. Why hasn't it come down yet? The hell? I'm surprised it hasn't like back tested any of these levels. I thought it would eventually come back to test one of these levels, but hasn't even tested any level. Still very strong. Um, Not much to say, man. If it keep going up, it's gonna keep going up. What are you gonna do about it? So far is holding the MOB line very well. So Buzzo. So I think as long as it holds the MOB line, it's gonna go up higher. If it breaks it, that's probably where you want to short. If it breaks the MOB, which is around 180 right now, that's probably where it's gonna die. Fuel cell warming up? Is it? Sorry, I'm a little behind in the comments, guys. Possible. Thought it was gonna bounce the other day too. Yo, actually, this is a good setup on fuel cell. This is what we're looking for. You got the money flow, signal, smart money buy signal. We're at a very strong point of control here. And we got the doji for the day, for the half day. So we could see that move to 750s. That's a 730s. That's like a whole 80 cents move, man. That's a good move, Kip. I like it. You might even want to buy that after hours. If market does not flop tomorrow, that's I think it's a good move regardless over here. You probably want to put a stop loss. If you got in 650s, you're looking for 80 cents. You probably want to put a stop loss around 80 cents as well. So 580 stop. So target. Roku is so disappointing. It is indeed. PFE thinking we see a pullback. I mean, yeah, Pfizer is wild like that. It does go up and down a lot. It's dependent on a lot of COVID news. Long term and bullish on Pfizer. Good to buy GDX calls. Um, tough Ravi. Possibly it is having a nice move up. But I think I think we talked a little bit about GDX the other day. We talked about opportunity to buy it yesterday as well. So I don't know if you guys saw that tray, but we got an entry on GDX. Somebody asked again today if it was a good entry before that big pop. So it was an interesting area. FedEx is tomorrow. Unity looks pretty good for a double bottom move, I think. Remember looking at it earlier this week. This is our point of control histogram. So POC, as I call it sometimes. Point of control is just supply and demand. So if it's at a big purple bar, that means a good area of demand. Demand is good. Demand means when people are coming in to buy the stock. So this is just also another good way to look at supply and demand and support and resistance. So if it hits here, and buyer comes in, next level to sell at would ideally be here. So pretty easy to look at. If you're interested in the indicator, shoot me a you know message at Discord at 007ofWallSt, and I can tell you a little bit more about it. What are my thoughts on SoFi? It's a great question. Let's check that out. So I think we were looking at SoFi last time. I was expecting rejection off that blue line here. We didn't get that blue line rejection, I think. Or did I miss it? Yeah. I was expecting rejection there. I was expecting us to come back down, set up double bottom. Obviously, we broke a little bit further from that double bottom. So I think we're making that move back now. So we need to break above this area right here. This is $15. 1530s. We need to break above this area right here. If we can break above that, we can hit next level and possibly the $17. $17 is a big area that would be ideally you want to see it hit. But I don't know if we're gonna touch it, man. It's gonna be hard. What's your screen name in Discord? I believe Blue. Oh, probably the same screen name, right? So we need to break above 1530s. Forget about it. Very nice. Go EV. Let me see. Go EV. Heading the MOB line on the daily chart. As long as this area A14 holds, it's gonna bounce very nicely here. So we got $9 price target from there. So I posted a chart in our discussion channel. If you guys haven't had a chance, feel free to look at it over there. I am in Amazon 2022 calls 4,000. How do you see the prospect for it? Oh, dude, you got such a long time, man. Who knows, dude? Who knows? You got till June of 2022. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at Amazon. So we were looking at it the other day. We're looking for that move down to this range. We did get that move. And now we're bouncing off that range. So kind of almost like a head and shoulder slash, you have a head and shoulder here, and we're finding the bottom here. Now we can have a possible double bottom set up here as well. So now we can have a possible double bottom set up. If we come back, we can come back to 3500s. After 3500s, we really closed at 3466, so that's a strong close. After 3500, we gotta knock the 3700 again. Right, so if we knock 3700, it all depends, man. We would have to break 3700 to hit 4000. It really just depends on how they're gonna do next quarter. So Amazon said they were expecting a very, very weak quarter coming into December. So that's why they've been chopping a lot. Growth has been declining. But hey, I think if Amazon does a split anytime between now to June of 2022, I think you're gonna be banking. I think you're gonna be making a killing if they do a split. Kip, there's a little double bottom here as well. Wait. It's interesting. It does look white, ripe. I might wait for that 680 area though. It did look kind of interesting here, but I feel like I might want to wait till here. Just be safe. Let me see. What's the dollar index looking like? Yo, dollar index has been grinding so hard, so the unless dollar index comes down, I don't see weight getting more power. So dollar index looks like it's trying to make another leg up for some reason. Might just be a fake out. Yeah, hopefully the market doesn't screw you, man. That's an interesting ticker. But you gotta watch out, man. You gotta watch out for a lot of these big tickers, though. Like how a lot of these tickers they gone so far from that 2020 levels. Like some of these tickers, the price point is so far away from the 2020 range here. They have to make multiple of money. They have to let's say they were trading at $3, right? In 2020. Right now they're trading at 16. Uh, that's like 5 times more than they were trading at in 2020, right? So you would think at this point they gotta have 500% revenue growth, 500% earnings per share collectively in the last 4 months. So I'm not sure if that's something that's feasible for a lot of these companies. Some of them are, some of them aren't. So you got to be careful with that. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. We'll be back here tomorrow. We were able to gamble some earnings today, and it's looking like it's going in our favor. Looks like Lennar actually dropped a lot today, coming back to 104s, bouncing to 105s here. So hopefully that area stays, and if it does, oh my gosh, about to make a killing. Your boy is about to make a killing. Let's go. I think we're priced all the way to like 100s, so we're good. We're good. That's it, guys. Take care and have a good night.